What is that? Blesses the world. Your holiness blesses the world. The love in you is blessing everyone around. The place on which you stand is holy ground. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. The light in you extends beyond the farthest star. I salute the holy child of God that you are. Your holiness blesses the world. Your holiness blesses the world. The love in you is blessing everyone around. The place on which you stand is holy ground. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. The light in you extends beyond the farthest star. I salute the holy child of God that you are. Your holiness blesses the world. Good morning. We are going to sing a song called God Is I Am, and we would like you to join in singing with us if you'd like to. The words will be right up here. see. God is wherever I may be. God is the life in you and me. God is I am. God is in everything I see. God is wherever I may be. God is the life in you and me. God is I am. God is in everything I see. God is wherever I may be. God is the life in you and me. God is I am. God is in everything I see. God is wherever I may be. God is the life in you and me. God is I am. One more time. God is in everything I see. God is wherever I may be. God is the life in you and me. God is I am. God is the life in you and me. God is I am.
Beautiful. Welcome to Unity Center of Spiritual Growth. I am Amber Boren, the Youth Director here, filling in for Dennis, who decided he just wanted to take a break. Will you join me in an opening prayer? Let's just breathe. Divine Spirit of all creation, thank you. Thank you for allowing us to open our eyes on this beautiful Sunday morning and to gather here all together so that we can deepen our connection to the divine, to you, to one another. And we can fill our being with the holy light of love. And that love and that energy infuses us and then radiates from us so that it extends to all those that we meet, so that each one of us can become a more pure expression of the beautiful light of our divine nature. And so it is. Amen. So here at Unity, we start by lighting a candle. Sorry, I'm trying to remember things. And I'm dealing with some allergies, so I'm a little bit off today. So if I space out a little bit, you know what that is. But I'm going to invite Geraldine to come and light our Unity candle. And as she lights this, we just want to take a look at that holy sacred flame. And just it reminds us that we also have this sacred fire that burns inside of us and that never goes out. Although we will blow this one out. Thank you, Geraldine. At Unity, we also like to demonstrate our commitment to prayer, and we do that in a few ways. One is with our prayer vessels, and if you have a prayer request for yourself, a situation in your life, or a loved one's life, fill out a prayer request, and you can put it in the vessel here up front, or we also have a couple in the back in the hallways. And then we also have our prayer chaplain program. And today our prayer chaplains are Dave, if you could stand, and Blossom. And so they'll be available after the service in Dennis's office and in the meditation room. But if you need some prayer, go ahead and reach out to them. There's a real power in prayer when two people or more get together and pray to the divine. And I also have a couple of announcements before we invite Kathy up for our announcements. On Saturday, May 18th, we have our grounds cleanup here at Unity starting at 10 a.m. So we invite you to come out and help us spruce up our grounds to get them ready for spring and summer. And along those lines, we are also in need of some weed and feed bags. And so we're going to pass around a clipboard that if you are willing to donate a bag of weed and feed to help us get our grounds nice and green, we'll pass those clipboards around. There you go. Thank you. And we also are looking for helpers to attend to our parking lot islands that are out here. We've got a few people who are willing to keep their lots from last year, but if you might be willing to sign up for parking lots just to kind of pick the weeds and the grass and keep our grounds looking great, we'll pass that around as well.
Amber, what time are you starting the grounds cleanup?
10 a.m. Yes, and I'm told that we will also be bringing coffee, donuts. Yes, we will bribe you to come. Yes. Yes, thank you.
We would like to ask you to stand and join us in singing. We're going to do a song called God You Are. And the gals here told me that Gwen did it in a lower key, so if it's too high for you, just sing whatever they're singing. God, you are every mountain. God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Gonna do a second verse now. God, you are every sunrise. God, you are every moon glow. God, you are every starshine, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every springtime. God, you are every snowfall. God, you are every season, every second of my life.
gorgeous day here. Believe it or not, we got back from Southern California, and it's colder down there than it is here. Yay! I'm Kathy Niyamas, and I'm your celebration assistant for today. We love it that you're here on this beautiful Sunday. Welcome to the Unity Center of Spiritual Growth, where all people who wish to worship here are welcome. We strive to live, love, and uplift lives. We're an inclusive and affirming church. We bless people of all races, sexual orientations, colors, political beliefs, or anything else they or you may have been judged for in the past. We simply welcome everyone who wants to pursue their spiritual growth. So let me introduce our musicians and tech staff for today. So on vocals, Julie Croteau, Patty Ashley, Laura Weintier, and at the piano, Leanne Erlin Moore. And on sound, Jim Sullenberger, PowerPoint, Brian Wright, and video streaming, Jordan Ellis and Bill Murphy. And thank you for everyone who makes this Sunday service happen. We appreciate you all. It takes a lot of volunteers for a Sunday service, so thank you. If we have anyone here for the first time today, we want to thank you for being here. If you want to raise your hand, one of the greeters will bring a welcome packet to you. I don't see any hands. Okay, so we also want to welcome you folks who may be here for the first time on live stream. You can let us know you're here if you would like to by clicking on the Connect With Us tab on the website. So thank you all for joining us. Okay, hopefully you all saw the announcements describing the upcoming activities on the screen below. But if you haven't, I have a ton of them up here to tell you about. Okay, so first of all, we have Blossom is going to come up and give us a few words about an important item that she wants to talk about.
Tisket a tasket. I've been doing the knit, crochet, sew for a cause, and the causes are the NICU at Kootenai Health Hospital and Companions Animal Center, which used to be the Humane Society, and actually it's Hayden, not Coeur d'Alene, but and CASA, which is I can't remember what it stands for, but it's for kids ages 2 to 12, and they don't need anything until fall or winter because they want hats and scarves for the kids for the winter. But the NICU needs sheets for the preemie babies and the newborn babies. They already have an overabundance of knitted and crocheted hats and outfits for the preemies. And so that the sheets are the size of standard pillowcases, and unfortunately my sewing machine won't sew thin materials, but this would be the size. I tried to sew one last night and it wouldn't work. So that's about the size. And they don't want any seams for the babies to be sleeping on, so all the seams would have to be on the sides. And then for, I haven't started anything for CASA yet since they don't want anything until fall. And then the blankets for the animal shelter or the Companions Animal Center are 14 by 14, 24 by 24, and 36 by 36. So this is a fleece blanket, easy to do. You can sew it around the edges or knit or crochet. This one I sewed, and this one was like for knitting or crochet, you're supposed to do swatches before you actually make anything. So this is all my swatches for slippers that I had made, and then I crocheted them together. Those were knitted. And then one that I'm working on, it's coming along very slowly because I have to take daily naps. And I'm adding a little bunny. I don't know if they have bunnies, but this one's getting a bunny. And it's going to be 24 by 24. So those are the things that I've been working on. I have 2 bins. One is for donations of yarn and materials. It's in the area where we have the snacks, and then the other bin is for finished projects. And if you can't join me on Thursdays from 10:30 to 12, I'd like some company. You can bring in projects that you finished if you knit, crochet, or sew. And I'd also like some company. So that's that.
Okay. So as a reminder, there's going to be a memorial service for Reverend Michael Moran on Saturday, April 20th at 2 p.m. at the Davenport Hotel in Spokane. And Roy Ely has a few words to say about that.
So that you know, apparently there's a whole bunch of Davenports in Spokane right now. It's the Davenport on Post Street. They have a limited amount of space, and so I was asked to find out who might want to attend. Is there anybody in here who thinks they would want to come in at 2 o'clock on next Saturday? No. Okay. If you know of anybody who might want to come, please let me know. I do have the names of people who've already said they're going. And we've got a carpool going. There's 3 of us right now, so we have room for another person or 2. But let me know or let Geraldine know if you're going to come. They have a limited amount of space. The other very quick announcement I want to make is that we had a preliminary meeting of the garden crew. All of the plots are taken, and we cleaned out the strawberry beds. And so when you go outside, look at one of the tables. It's full of strawberry plants for free. If anybody needs strawberry plants, there's hundreds of them out there, and we will keep pruning and sticking them out there, so you'd be welcome to do that. And one last bid, don't forget the food pantry. We can now do some semi-perishable things like potatoes, oranges, and apples for the folks because it's not freezing at night. But the homeless people are out of doors again, and so they definitely need food. So please put them in don't forget to bring them and put them in the bin. And thank you.
So I'm excited about the next announcement because I seem to always be out of town for this, and I'm not going to be for this one. So the Fat Follies, it's a variety show that features the talents of our Unity community, and in addition, there's going to be a dessert by donation fundraiser for our youth program equipment, plus a silent auction featuring Mother's Day baskets. So if you wish to try out for the Fat Follies, well, I'd love to see all you guys up here. I just want to sit here and enjoy. Sign up in the hallway. You can also volunteer to help with the stage production or organizing the gift baskets. See Julie for details.
Well, there's a sign up for that too.
Yes.
Can I just add to that?
Sure.
Yeah, we need help putting the whole show together. So they're right outside the hot doors by the little Buddha. There's 2 sign-ups. There's one for if you want to perform, and then there's another one for if you are able to help us with maybe creating the baskets or helping with staging that night, or just a lot of different ideas. So if you are interested in performing or in just helping, please sign up on one of those 2 sheets. And then Nancy, you wanted to add something too.
Yes, I'm just looking for a few more dancers for the little dance thing that we're doing for that show. So if you want to be in that part of the thing,
Yeah.
let me know.
So Nancy needs some more dancers. I'm doing it for the online people. She
I
needs
won't
some
be
more
dancing.
dancers for a particular song that we're putting choreography to and singing to. So let us know. Okay, great, yay! Otherwise, tickets will be available maybe next week. I need somebody to help with ticket sales too. So tickets will hopefully be available next Sunday. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Julie. I could have danced 20 years ago. No, I think I'd fall over. Okay, so Geraldine is looking for office reception help on Monday, Wednesday from 10 to 2. She's also looking for a volunteer familiar with QuickBooks. If you're interested in either of these roles, please see Geraldine. So planned regular offerings, PRO, are a convenient way to fulfill your regular giving intentions to Unity Center of Spiritual Growth, even when you're unable to attend a Sunday service. PRO allows you to decide how much and how often you want to give, such as weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, through an automatic deduction from your bank account or credit card. If you're interested in using PRO, pick up a brochure in the hallway or talk to Geraldine in her office. Since an increasing number of us don't carry cash or checks, we're now using PayPal. So using it on your cell phone is a convenient way to give. So for details on how to access PayPal, grab a flyer in the hallway or go to the giving options page on the website. The Unity book sale is doing some spring cleaning, so take advantage of this by taking any number of books from the hall table or book cart that you wish. Buy as many as you like for only $1. New books will be out starting May 5th. If you have any questions about the sale, see Jenny Taft. Okay.
And just to clarify, that means you could take a stack of books and pay $1. So take all you want.
Yeah, so that would be nice. Maybe they'd clear out faster. So take all you want. Okay, so we're now going to have a few minutes to meet and greet one another. The gong is going to be rung, and when we'd like you to return to your seats. So please say hi to your friends and meet somebody new, and have at it.
Morning.
What's your first name? Deborah. Excellent.
So every Sunday, we have someone from the congregation read us a blessing before our meditation time. And today we have Donna Smith.
Good morning, my beautiful spiritual family. Today's inspirational reading was written by an anonymous poet. It's a short spiritual poem that reflects on the interconnectedness of the mind, the body, and the spirit. It's called The Light Within. In the heart's silent whisper, a light does softly gleam, a beacon in the darkness, a guide to unseen dreams, eternal echo, a breath, a sigh, the wind's soft cry. Spirits dance in spaces high, in every moment, you and I. This poem invites us to recognize the inner light that resides within us, the spark of our spirit. It reminds us that even amidst challenges and uncertainties, there is a guiding presence that leads us towards our true purpose. May it resonate with your soul as you journey through life. Namaste.
Please join us in singing Sacred Love.
I invite you to close your eyes and join me in meditation. If you're new to meditation, it's just about getting still, getting quiet, and turning our attention, our focus inside to that divine space inside of us. Let's just breathe. Inhale deeply and exhale deeply. When we turn our attention to our breath, it's an opportunity for us to be present in that very moment, in this very moment. We breathe in peace. And as we exhale, we relax more deeply into our center. And as you breathe, it's a chance to tap in to that place of calm and that place of peace that's always there inside of you. And as we breathe, we know there's nothing in this moment that we need to do. There's nothing that we need to think. We just need to be here, right now, in this moment, to just breathe and be. Just breathe and be. I want you to take those thoughts of just breathe and be into the silence. Divine Spirit of all creation, may all beings be filled with loving kindness. May all beings be safe. May all beings be well in body and mind. May all beings be at ease and happy. May all beings be free and at peace. And so it is. Namaste.
You are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred. Sacred love is all that you are. Sacred love is all that you are.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Your voices just harmonized so beautifully together. Oh, okay, there we go. So the practice of yoga began over 5,000 years ago in India. But it wasn't until the 2nd century BC that a sage or a group of sages going under the name of Patanjali compiled the ancient knowledge of how to achieve enlightenment. And this sacred text became known as the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. And it outlines an 8-fold path on how to achieve enlightenment or divine oneness. Here in the United States and in much of the West, we tend to think of yoga as a physical practice where we bend and become flexible and contort, for some of us, into impossible shapes. But really, true yoga is not about the shape of your body, but it's about the shape of your life. Yoga is not performed, yoga is lived. Yoga doesn't care about what you have been, yoga cares about the person you are becoming. Yoga is designed for a vast and profound purpose, and for it to be truly called yoga, its essence must be embodied. So let's take a look at the true essence of yoga and looking at the 8 limbs of yoga. First we have yama, which is our behaviors towards others. We have niyama, which are our habits or self-imposed habits. We have asana, and this is the physical postures of yoga, what most of us typically think of when we think of the word yoga. This is our stretching and poses. We also have pranayama, which is breath control or our breathing. So every time you breathe or focus on your breath, you're performing yoga. We also have pratyahara, which is withdrawal of the senses. We have dharana, which is concentration. We have dhyana, which is meditation. And we have samadhi, which is enlightenment or oneness with the divine. And today we're going to explore the first 2 limbs, our yamas and our niyamas, which are really ethical guidelines on making peace with the world and making peace with ourselves. They are virtues by which to live by. So first we'll take a look at the yamas. There are 5 yamas. And as I said, yamas are really our self-regulating behaviors. They involve our interactions with other people and the world at large. It's our personal integrity with others. Think of them as moral disciplines or vows to honor the world around us and those around us as well. Our first yama, and these are in order, they lay out in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras a special order because the idea is one builds upon the next. So the first yama is ahimsa, and ahimsa is non-harming or non-violence. I like to think of this as the virtue of kindness. It's being kind towards others, towards all living creatures. And oftentimes when we are interacting with people in the world, sometimes we think, oh, well, I'm not harming someone if I'm not using, I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought. I told you this would happen. Let me start over with being kind to one another. This is what ahimsa is really all about. And not just kindness to the people in our lives, but kindness to strangers, but also kindness to ourselves. Kind with our thoughts, the thoughts that we think about ourselves, the thoughts we think about other people. And the more we can focus our attention on kind thoughts and kind behaviors, the more we are practicing ahimsa. Next, we have satya, which is not lying, or the virtue of honesty. It's being truthful, living a life with integrity, and living authentically. It's expressing yourself truthfully and honestly. And sometimes it's hard for us to show up and be truthful and to be honest with others. We all have moments where we, tell white little lies, or maybe we tell big old fat whoppers. But really, showing up truthfully and honestly in our lives, I just got distracted by all my kids out there. Takes courage. It really takes courage for us to step up and to speak truth to someone and to speak honestly from our hearts. And with satya, or truthfulness, it's said that we always want to also keep ahimsa, or kindness, in mind as well. Because if ever our truth is harmful to someone else, we want to lean more towards being kind. And I think we all tend to kind of do that when we tell those little white lies, because we don't want to be unkind. Next, we have asteya, and this is non-stealing, which sounds pretty simple. All right, I won't steal things. But it goes a little bit deeper than that, because sometimes when we are interacting with people, we might steal their joy with our words. We might steal someone's time or space, or stealing energy from other people. Asteya is also about not taking more than what is offered. It's about not being greedy. Because sometimes we can suffocate ourselves and other people with our own expectations and our own judgments. And we're so focused on our goals and maybe major milestones that we stop and sometimes forget to celebrate the small things in life. Because the small things are really what make up a life. Our life is tiny little moments. And sometimes just celebrating in a moment of, oh, I'm here, I arrived, I'm alive, I'm breathing, and I'm grateful for that. And so that I'm not stealing from my own joy or from anyone else's, but I'm giving that back out. Because asteya is about a balance of give and take. Next is brahmacharya. And brahmacharya is about using energy properly. It's knowing who and what situations are worth our time and our energy. It's also about non-excess. Sometimes it's also interpreted as celibacy or moderation. It's non-excessive. It's being mindful of our overindulgences. Brahmacharya is, all these actually are Sanskrit, and it literally is translated to walking consciously with God. So which means that we approach every day with a sense of sacredness. And one way to do this, of course, is with prayer and meditation and connecting to that deep part of the divine inside of us. But also gratitude, a practice of gratitude, just reminds us of the sacred nature of what it means to actually be alive in this world. And our last yama is aparigraha. And aparigraha is non-attachment. or non-possessiveness, non-grasping, or non-coveting. With aparigraha, it asks us to enjoy the present moment as it is, and then to let it pass, to not become attached to it, to not grip on to the past. Because what we end up gripping onto, we end up becoming. And sometimes we become prisoners to the people, places, the situations, and the things that we attach to. Or we attach to the things in our lives by collecting lots of junk. And our physical spaces. And this prevents us from having the freedom to move around, the freedom to be. Because acquiring things takes up space in our minds, takes up space in our hearts and in our lives. And so aparigraha is about releasing those attachments. And it doesn't mean that we release our love for people, but it means we love freely without holding on. So next we're going to look at the 5 niyamas. And the niyamas are our personal practices. They're related to our inner world. There are observances or the habits that we use to honor ourselves, to evolve and grow as a person, and allow us to connect to that higher self, our divine self. So the first niyama is saucha, and this is cleanliness or purity, clarity of the body, of the mind, of the spirit. Because it's sometimes we can have physical cleanliness, we take showers and wash our hands and such, but there's also mental cleanliness, being present and mindful of what our thoughts are thinking, our mind, what is it going over? Are we focusing on the negative? Or are we mindful and do we stop ourselves and say, nope, I'm not going to go there? That's what it means to be more pure of mind. But it also can be a purity of our speech, the things that we say to others and how we say them. There can be purity in our relationships, which means showing up with an open heart and a truthful heart and speaking words of truth. Saucha reminds us that we want to show up and be the best version of ourselves, the purest version of ourselves. Oh. Next is santosha, and santosha is contentment or acceptance. Santosha's having appreciation and moving away from the mentality that more is better. Especially in our world today, we have this need that sometimes can be insatiable, where people chase titles, we chase education, we chase credentials, we chase the newest gadget, or jobs, or better homes, better cars. We're always looking to upgrade our things. But we're also looking to upgrade ourselves. I know I'm in a constant practice of trying to be closer to my divine nature, trying to be more in alignment with my spirit. And so sometimes we take on the mentality of, oh, well, if I only could get rid of this behavior, then I could be happy or at peace. Or if I could only have this, then I will feel at ease. But Santosha asks us to find contentment. It doesn't mean that we stop reaching or wanting for things, but it's about taking an attitude of what I have is enough. I am enough as I am right now in this moment. It's a radical acceptance of the self as you are right now. Next is tapas. I do too. I heard someone just said, I love tapas. Yes, tapas, small little plates of food, delicious. I love tapas as well. But this is about discipline, self-discipline when you eat tapas. It's about pursuing your goals and your dreams. It's also training your senses. Tapas, the word actually means heat or fire. So it's a reminder of that flame, just like we light the candle every Sunday as a reminder of that fire inside of us. That's our tapas, that fire that burns and drives us to do more, to be more. But we also need to be content, remember? Practicing tapas means different things to different people. For some people, tapas means waking up every morning at 5 a.m. and having a rigorous workout or a long meditation session. Or for some, tapas means waking up and having your morning coffee and reading your newspaper. It's the things that you dedicate yourself to, and a daily practice that you dedicate yourself to. Tapas also reminds us to have the mental stamina to show up even when we don't want to show up. Because oftentimes in our life when we have difficulties and we have maybe, or we're dealing with grief or troubling situations in our relationships and in our life, sometimes all we want to do is put our head under the covers and stay in bed. But tapas reminds us to get up, get dressed, get going, and keep going, even through those difficult times in our life. Next is svadhyaya, and it's self-study. Yes, lots of big words. And I am not fluent in Sanskrit, believe it or not. It's about self-study, also a study of our divine nature. It's an inner exploration, a knowing of ourselves, coming to know who we are, the way we are, and why we are the way we are. It's learning that at our core, we are a pure expression of the divine, and that consciousness that resides inside of us, that sometimes gets covered over in layers. It gets covered over in learned behaviors, in conditioning, in our belief systems, and our life experiences. It gets covered over with our trauma and with our pain or with our suffering. And so learning to study yourself, to be aware of how you're showing up, and then to be able to use that knowledge you've learned about yourself to remove some of those layers, or sometimes we call it remove the veil. That we want to take that veil off that keeps us blind to our true nature. Many of our beliefs are formed in our younger years, and sometimes we unconsciously aren't even aware of ways we may show up in the world, or the way we may speak to other people, or how we relate to others in our lives. So svadhyaya, or self-study, helps us more align with that divine nature, so that we can truly embody and embrace the deep connection that we have with one another. And our last niyama is Ishwara Pradnihana. I'm sure you'll all go home and remember that. And really, this is a reflection on a higher power. It's surrendering to the divine unfolding of your life. It's trusting that there's a universal plan. There's a sense of letting go of ourself, our ego self, and accepting that there's a greater purpose for our lives, and that there's a greater force at work in our lives. It's about releasing our own expectations of how things should or shouldn't be, or how things should or shouldn't work, and accepting that the divine universe is unfolding in a mysterious way in each of our lives, in a way that we may not completely comprehend or understand. And it's really about embodying the virtue of faith and having that faith that God is here inside each and every one of us at every moment, and that we have that ability to tap into that divine nature at any moment, and to rest in that, to take refuge in that, to take ease and to find peace. And we do this by surrendering, by letting go and letting God. So these are the yamas and the niyamas of yoga. And yoga is a journey of the self, to the self, through the self. May you all find the divine within, and so it is. Namaste.
Seen the wings of an angel floating above in a clear blue sky. I've never seen the kingdom of heaven open its gates before my eyes. I've never seen you stand before me, but I know in my heart that you are here. What's invisible to the human eye is let always be in this heart of mine. I can feel in your faithfulness. I don't need any more than this. I can feel your love. I can feel your love. You are the one who gives me everything. You are the life within my breath. You are the one bright morning star, offering life, transforming death. Though I've seen the glory of your face, and others may doubt you're even here. What's invisible to the human eye, you have always shown in this heart of mine. I can feel your love. I can trust in your faithfulness. I don't need any more than this. I can feel your love. I can feel your love. I can feel your love. I can feel your love.
That was beautiful. It's that time in the service when we ask everyone to give their financial blessings to the church. If this is your first time here, please know we don't ask you to give. Instead, just be our guests. And we know no one's new, so I shouldn't have read that. Okay, we always have someone from the congregation who reads their Sunday prosperity blessing, and today that's Tanya Osterson.
Good morning. In our quest for prosperity, we recognize that it extends far beyond mere material wealth. True abundance encompasses the mind, body, and spirit. Also, when we give of our talents, such as sewing, cooking, singing, dancing, gardening for others, that's a true sign of prosperity. Let us seek blessings that nurture every facet of our existence. May your life be filled with miracles and love. May all of your needs be met so your entire being is full of ease and harmony. May you live in peace with all that is. Namaste, beloved friends.
I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts that changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts. I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts that changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts. I have the power to change my life. I can choose to be the light that brightens someone's darkest night. I'm so much more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts that changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts. I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts that changes the things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life.
Thank you.
you join me in a prayer to bless these love offerings? Divine Creator of all, thank you. We're so grateful for these love offerings. We understand that it's necessary for the running of our church and to be able to continue to give the way that Unity gives back to each one sitting here and to the community. But we're also grateful for all the other ways in which we give. Some of us give of our time, whether that's volunteering. Some of us give of our energy. And we also give of our love to one another. We are so blessed for all that is given. And so it is. Amen. All right, I think I hear the kids. Let's bring them in.
Light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. My sisters and my brothers, we're gonna let it shine. My sisters and my brothers, we're gonna let it shine. My sisters and my brothers, we're gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Right. Jen is going to talk about, she was gracious enough to step in and work with the kids today to help Judy out, so Judy didn't have all of them. So Jen's going to talk about what the kids did today.
Thank you. Hi, guys. Today was just a pretty easy day. We did some free art and drawing, and they could do whatever they want with that. And we drew on some T-shirts, and then we went outside and played some games. So, and tag. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, if you want to go back to your seats. Okay. Want to come to baby? There we go. You want to come back with your mom? All right, I think all the kids are back safely.
Would you like to please stand and we'll join in singing the peace song together.
With God.
join me in the prayer for protection? Together? The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Amen. Thank you for being here.